Hello, I hope you're all well, and today you join me on the bank holiday Monday, although it might not be when you see this video because time and editing and stuff. But I have returned to a location which I absolutely love, and this is my first chance to properly shoot it since having a medium format camera. Those who follow my Instagram probably would have seen the set that I've done, kind of based around Titchfield Abbey, and kind of the walk round the loop round by my flat. So this is only like a 15-20 minute walk from where I live, which is lovely. And my favourite thing about it is no matter what the light's doing, it looks really nice. Last time I came down here, I shot it in the evening, so the sun was behind it. Today, as you can see, it's about 11:44, so the sun is pretty much as high up as it's going to get, hence the hat. And its fashion statement looks good. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying to shoot this today. The downside is it is a bank holiday Monday. I'll probably pick the worst day to do it because there are people around and there's a composition I have in mind, which in hindsight I don't know if I'm going to be able to get because I've taken the longer lens with me today. Last time I came down here I shot with the 80mm f2.8, which is the equivalent of about 40 there or thereabouts. I've got the 150 with me today because I wanted to give myself a proper time shooting that, because the only time I shot it was in the Jazzmaster video, which hopefully you've seen, which was my first time using that camera. But see how it goes, like a challenge. Probably going to scout it on digital first, kind of get some compositions, and basically just try and have to time it so that people aren't in there. If not, I guess that's what Photoshop's for, but I don't really want to do that. One good thing about the lockdown is the grounds have actually been allowed to grow out, which is quite nice. I mean, it's clearly been maintained because obviously this part is significantly shorter than that part is, but what I like about it is I go up, you've got people playing over there, but I can squat down and suddenly all the teeny tiny people vanish. And the composition I have in mind is something akin to this, but it'll be square because I'm shooting on a square camera. But I just absolutely love this tree here. I've shot it before, shot it kind of in winter time, and it just looks lovely. And against the building, it's a nice contrast. But at the same time, I like the fact that they're both a bit degraded. I like the fact that, you know, the tree's not, you know, there's a stump there, and then you've obviously got the Abbey, which is in bits of decay. But they both have a real shine about them, and I genuinely don't know what it is. Like, really don't know. But it's awesome. I love it, and so that's probably going to be the main image, which is probably a bit cliche. It's probably been done 10,000 times, but I've not seen it before, so I'm going to do it. So, like I said, I've got the Bronica SQ-A. This has the 150mm f3.5. I'm also going to be shooting on expired Portra. Check that out. That's expired in 2002. So I'm going to be shooting this. This is ISO 160. I'm going to be shooting this at ISO 50 to compensate for the fact that it's almost 20 years old. And I think once I get that first shot, I'm probably just going to walk around and get like close-up shots and kind of detail shots and things like that. It's a manual exposure camera, so I'll just take a meter reading, and then until I get into shade, that meter reading should be pretty good because the sun is as high as it's going to get. The light is going to be super consistent. So if I meter for the highlights of the building, or not the highlights, but like the main colour of the building, that should see me through, and I shouldn't really have to change too much. And anything I need to change, I should probably be able to eyeball. But yeah, go from there. So just taking a quick meter reading, and it looks like I'm going to be shooting at kind of the limits of the camera. So the camera has a maximum shutter speed of what? The camera has a maximum shutter speed of 1/500th of a second, and so my meter reading is giving me ISO 50, which again is what I'm metering at. ISO 50 at f5.6 at 1/500th of a second. So f5.6 is the shallowest I'm going to be able to go today without overexposure. f5.6 is the shallowest I'm going to be able to go today without overexposing too much, or much more than I already am, which hopefully is correctly exposing given the previous roll. So we'll roll with it. So let's get this squared up, shall we? Still getting used to the square viewfinder. not the fact that it's a square, the fact that everything's the wrong bloody way round. Okay, so that's near enough the composition. Focus is there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the tree, not the abbey, and then I'm going to let the depth of field do the rest of it. So I'm probably going to shoot this at f8 at 1/250th of a second, rather than f5.6, just so I get that bit more depth. Yeah, and the grass in front should be still really out of focus, which is nice. Oh. Every bloody time. Dark slide. It's great because it won't let you fire it with the dark slide in. It's got a load of extra features and stuff. There we go, shot. This camera's really good because it has a load of fail safes in it, which will stop you from shooting accidentally. The downside is I forget that most of the time. So this goes safely in the bag because Les said he'd kill me if I lost it. He said he'd kill me if anything happened to the camera, and to be fair, I said I'd kill myself if anything did, so yeah. Next shot. So one thing I really love about in here, which is just a detail I've never noticed before, I've never actually been in here before, I don't think. Maybe I have, I don't know. I like how it's been maintained over the years. You've got the combination of the old brickwork versus the new. So where it's been maintained and restored over the years, but not really restored as such, just kind of stopped from falling down. I really like that, so I want to try and capture that juxtaposition between the old and the less old. I quite like the shadow sweeping across as well, so I'm going to try and make something with that in as well, because I love the shadows. So one thing I've just noticed is the light coming through this once window here. So you can see it kind of come down. Giving this nice contrast. You've got that nice flower there as well. But I'm not a botanist, whatever it is. So I'm going to try and capture that. Again, should be pretty much the same exposure. I might have to take off this.
What are you talking to?
I'm filming a video.
Oh.
So I'm talking to my phone, well, camera.
Oh.
Yeah, making a video about photography.
Oh. Why are you making a video?
Because I haven't got much else to do at the moment. You're up.
What are you doing again?
Sorry?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm still making my video. So I'm taking a photo of that little arch over there.
Well, where is it?
Sorry?
Where is it?
Where's what?
The arch.
The door frame just there. So that door that you can walk through, that's what I'm taking a photo of.
Are you done yet with it?
Not yet, no. I've got 9 more photos to take. So I was just sitting down and I clocked this nice once window here. Branded affectionately with Lacey Collin, who I can only assume is the person who made it. Archaeology, right there. So I quite like this composition, so I'm going to take it. So I'll let you into a little secret. Every video I've made where I've been wearing these, you've probably been looking at me going, he looks like an absolute idiot. Why is he wearing those? Now I've been wearing these because I thought that the video was picking these up and using these as the microphone. Turns out I was wrong, as I've just reviewed some of the footage and I'm a bit further away from the camera and you can't really hear me. So for continuity I'm going to keep them in, but going forward I won't be using them for this. So after finally managing to be able to escape the clutches of the inquisitive girl, I went round the rest of Titchfield Abbey and I just fired off the rest of the roll of Portra 160. I feel like at times the ISO shooting at 50 was a bit overcooked. Not massively happy with the set. There's a couple of nice images I like, but overall it was okay. but it's a nice learning experience and just getting a better feel for the camera still. So that's that for the Abbey. I've now got my A7 Mark II at 50mm f1.4D, and I'm just going to walk back home. I'll take you for the ride. Remember kids, when walking up country lanes, always walk on the wrong side of the road. Fun fact, if you didn't know. So this is just past Titchfield Abbey. I've just gone past the Fisherman's Rest, for those who may or may not be interested. Lovely little pub. And who doesn't love a pub? Ducks. Once I finished shooting at the Abbey, I just made my way home. I did walk around with the Sony A7 Mark II, but I wasn't feeling massively inspired while shooting on it. I think there's just something about shooting on film, plus also the idea of playing with a new toy, where the Bronica's still fairly new to me. But yeah, overall, the shots from the Bronica were alright. I feel like I could have done better, but at the same time, on the day, I might have to revisit it with different conditions.